Hi, Tommy Singh here. You may remember me from videos such as how to install Recaro seats into your 79 and also best beach camping spots in Victoria. Anyway, in this video we're going to install a CLOCKSPRING into the 79, so stick around and check it out.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand.
Disconnect the battery. Now this is just a safety precaution for the airbag. Make sure you don't set it off in your face. Driving your car onto a flat surface and having the steering wheel straight. Obviously you can see my one isn't because I put it on wrong originally. You can pop off these little side covers, and up in there there's like a little spring which I'll show you off camera, and you just use a flathead screwdriver just to pull that and it should pop the airbag off. So we'll do that now. Okay, so with those three clips popped off, the airbag should sit like that. So you can kind of fold it up a little bit. And what you want to do here is that's your airbag and that's your horn, so you can disconnect your horn. With your airbag switch, you can just get a very small flathead screwdriver, pop him under, and pull that yellow bit out. It's a bit hard to do it off on camera. I'll jump off cam for a sec. Okay, you can see there that's just raised out, so you can just pull the plug out now. Well, that's your airbag out. So those three clips that I was talking about, that's for the bottom one here, here and here. If you look in your steering wheel, just in that hole there, that's probably a better one to see. You can see that rod going down there. And all that you're doing with the screwdriver is just on the other end of this, just flicking that over, which you can see here. So you can just pull that back and the airbag will pop out. So your next step is to just use a 19mm ratchet and just undo this bolt here. Now when you're doing this one, you want to leave it on still kind of loose. So you're going to have to grab the whole steering wheel and give it a yank. Like that. Sometimes if they've been on for a while, they'll be a bit stiff and you really have to yank them. Reason why you leave this on, if you take it off all the way, yank it and you're going to bust your teeth. Next step will be just to disconnect your horn. So you just pull that little clip out. You don't bother about removing that because that's on the new CLOCKSPRING anyway. So now what we've got to do is unscrew these two screws and pop this down, so you can access underneath it. Okay, so I've undone these two screws here. I've dropped down the bottom one just to give me a bit of extra room. Just on the side here, you can see like a little clip. You can just get that with your fingers. Pull them up. There's one on this side as well. There's just one at the back here. There we go, so she's out. Next thing to do is to pull out the two plugs here down the bottom. Now, just a little hot tip here. This yellow plug is a bit tricky. If you get the small little screwdriver as well, you can just pull that back and then pull it back and it should pull into place. So the next step now will be to plug these in and put the new CLOCKSPRING on. What you want to do is just sit it on there and then just push these on. Make sure she's all in place, which she is. That's the little locking tab there, so I'm going to try to leave that on to keep it lined up for the time being. Alright, so next bit will be to put the covers back on and then the steering wheel. Okay, so we've got the steering wheel in now. Just going to put the little nut on. If you remember at the beginning of the video, we pulled along straight and made sure our wheels were straight. So in that case, you've got to make sure you put the steering wheel on straight. So that's what we've done now. And it looks like she is pretty good where she is. So the only thing to do now is to put the nut back on. I'll do him up and I'll show you how to connect up the airbag. Just connected the airbag. I've still got to connect the horn. You got this little red pouch thing here. All that you do now is puller, and that will allow it to be active then. The horn's connected up now. I've made sure where those 3 pins are that none of the wires are stopping it. So now it's just a matter of to take some frustration out on your car and give the horn a bit of a bash. Alright, she's locked in. Alright, just time to connect up the battery and take it for a test drive. The trusty Scar Dog in here to inspect my work as normal. Make sure I keep everything in order. Clock spring's on, all done. A couple of things to consider. Why would you need to change your clock spring? If your horn's not working, or if it's working intermittent, like sometimes it'll work when it's halfway around, that's usually an indication that your clock spring's on its way out. Also, you get the old airbag light come up, that's also an indication that your clock spring's also on its way out. In this case, it's ran off its little thing. So what normally happens in here inside the actual clock spring, there's like a copper tape type wire in there that allows you to turn the steering wheel without your wires getting binded up. Obviously over time they tend to wear out a little bit, and that's when you get the problem. And anyway, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe. I'll try to get a few more 70 series videos out there. Got a couple of trips away that I wouldn't mind doing soon, so definitely check those out, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.
Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Act like you know how this goes.